Good morning and welcome to Joe Stunner Boxing. There's a card coming up in December, the 6th of December in Monte Carlo, promoted by Matchroom. It's going to be on DAZN. And it's one of those cards that doesn't have any massive names on it, but some of the matchups look really good. And I think you'd be wise to put it in your diary as something to see. Because we're talking about, again, very good fighters, but good matchups where, you're going to get some good fights on this card, put it that way. Excuse me. Okay, so let's go through the card quickly. You've got Johnny Fisher, who we know all about, coming off the bad knockout defeat to Dave Allen. Currently 13 wins and 1 defeat. He had that very controversial win over Allen in the first fight, which I thought Allen won. He's fighting, I think he's a Ugandan fighter. He's certainly an African guy called Herbert Matovu. And Mr. Matovu has 9 wins and 1 defeat. But here's the interesting thing. He's got 8 KOs. Now, I don't know anything about the guy. He's 6'4". It may be that he's got, a flashy record, which rather flatters him. I don't see Matchroom putting Fisher in with any great killers, not for a long, long while, if ever, because I think his level has been revealed, his ceiling has been revealed, and he was never going to be a world champ. But if you work hard, you can maximise your talent and overachieve. So there's that, which is further down the card. You've got Sean McComb, who is currently 20 wins and 2 defeats. And he's taken on a guy by the name of Hugo McAuliffe. Okay, again, not someone I know a great deal about, but the guy's undefeated in 11 fights. He's 27. He's actually from Monaco, which is probably why he's on the Monte Carlo card. 3 KOs in 11 wins. Hasn't really beaten anyone, to be honest. Mind you, I looked at his box rec and he has moved around a bit because he's boxed in Germany. I think he boxed in Albania, Italy, the United States. I mean, he's really, really travelled a bit, which is good. I always think that's a very good thing, because it means you've got experience. You can probably handle the big event because you're used to travelling and so on. McComb has 20 wins and 2 defeats, only 5 KOs in the win column, and he lost a split decision to Arnold Barboza Jr., which I thought he clearly won that fight, and that could have got him a world ranking. It was clearly a win. Weirdly enough, Gavin Gwynn years ago, 4 years ago, stopped him in 7 rounds, and that was for the Commonwealth lightweight belt, vacant, I think it was. And he's fought, good people. I mean, his last win was over Ben Crocker, who was undefeated. That was a unanimous 10-round decision. So he's a good fighter. And Mr. McAuliffe, again, I don't know a great deal about him, but we'll see. We'll see, undefeated. So you never know. Sometimes you get these hidden gems that sort of spring out and slap you in the face. Usually they're Mexican, but you never know. Maybe this guy from Monte Carlo has got something about him. We'll see. Conor Walker versus Pat McCormack. That's a good fight. Pat McCormack is undefeated in 8 fights and has looked good. He has looked pretty damn good. 6 KOs in the wins column. He's 30 now, so even though he's only had 8 fights, he wants to get his skates on. He did beat a past his best Robbie Davis Jr., who's this was earlier this year, actually. He stopped him in 6 rounds, and then Davis Jr., I think, retired. Too many miles on the clock, too many injuries as well. He had a lot of injuries. He beat a guy called Miguel Parra, who was 25-5-1. I think he forced him to retire after 9 rounds. He's fought some very, very decent gatekeeper types, and in only 8 fights, he's making good progress. Put it that way. And Conor Walker is one of those. Well, I suppose people regard him as an overachiever. I mean, he's 16-3-1, but there's a toughness about him. There's a kind of like Maxie Hughes, or someone of that description. Good fighter, very very good fighter, and nudging at, dare I say it, world level, or certainly European level. So yeah, that's a good fight. I think that's going to be a really good fight as well. I think the real one that springs out, the real fight that springs out to me, is a woman's fight, and this is going to be a barn burner. Trust me. All right, this is going to be it's going to be a good fight. I very rarely have the guts to say, definitely watch out for this fight, but it takes place between Beatriz Ferreira, who is undefeated in 8 fights. She is the IBF lightweight champ and a very aggressive, former Olympian, very, very aggressive fighter. Entertaining to watch, really puts it on you. And Elif Nur Turan of Turkey. Now, Elif is also undefeated in 11 fights, and she has really, really looked the part. She's 30, so she's in her prime. For years, she went sort of under the radar. She fought in Albania, she fought in Turkey, I think she fought in Britain. And when she did fight in Britain, that was her coming out party, because she knocked out Shauna Brown in the first round. I think it was about 47 seconds. Undefeated Shauna Brown was in 5. She flattened her with an enormous left hook, and then went over to France and beat Rima Ayadi, who was undefeated in 11 and was fancied to be a very, prominent female fighter, undefeated in 11, like I say. But Elif stopped her in 6 rounds. And if you look at Elif's record, recently, over the last, say, 2 years, she's fought some very, very good female fighters, but just hasn't quite had had those chances until recently. Now, her against Beatriz Ferreira, I think, is going to be a very, very tough, grueling fight for both ladies. It's going to be over 10-2s, but don't let that put you off. I don't like the 2-minute rounds, but I think this could be a right old tear-up. There was talk of Beatriz Ferreira looking to fight Caroline Dubois, who's got one of the belts, and doing a unification. But interestingly, Shane McGuigan, I don't think he wants Caroline anywhere near Beatriz. I think there's a bit of a question mark over Caroline Dubois' gas tank. There certainly isn't over Beatriz Ferreira's gas tank. I mean, she's 32, like I say, former Olympian. Very, very good. Quite short. She's short for the weight, 5'3". But I see her and Turan clashing big time, and that is going to be a hell of a fight. I think a really, really good fight. So yeah, I mean, this card, they're just a very, very good card. No big names, but it's one of those cards that can slip under the radar, and you can end up missing some good fights. Like I say, December the 6th, put it in your diary. Put it in your diary, because I think you'll regret it if you don't. So yeah, I think I did the whole card there. I think that's about it, really. But there are another couple of fights on there that I may be forgetting. But do make sure you keep an eye on this card. It's going to be a good one. Anyway, let me know what you think. What do you think of the fights? Have a look at the card on BoxRec. It's listed already, and tell me what you think. And yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button if you like the video, and have a great day. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.